Hi everyone, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a singles love reading. Today I'm going to ask our spirit guides what's next in love, who's coming towards you, any evidence or clues that spirit wants us to know about this person. This is for my singles. You can use this reading to manifest a love that you are worthy and deserving of, or to confirm a love that is in your life already. So let's see, we have some charms. We do have some initials, so we'll be using those as well. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's been newly guided here. I'm so grateful somehow that you found this reading. Obviously, there may be a message here for you. So let's call in our spirit guides. Let's see what we have. We have lots of cards, lots of messages today. So let's get started. Spirit, please share with me any loving messages that you have for whoever has found this. This is a collective reading. Any sign of the person that you may be thinking of. Take with you what connects to you. Leave the rest for everybody else, of course. I ask that you guide me with loving messages. Spirit, what is it that you want us to know at this time? What is coming towards us? Who is coming towards us? Anything about this energy, about our energy together? I am listening for you now. I have a fox. I have cunning, the need for clarity or vigilance. Okay, vigilance. The need for cunning and vigilance. Okay, so the first thing that came into me was they're saying the word family to me for some reason. And all I can think of is a family, you know, mother and father fox and all the little cubs. And it's like they're a family too, you know, they have children and they have playfulness and they're exciting. So this feeling of I want, maybe somebody sees you as set in your ways, but you're not really. It's just that you haven't had the opportunity to have the type of relationship that you want. So when somebody says, oh, you know, you love your life, or you love being single, or you're so set in your ways, or you're so picky, maybe you just let it, you know, roll off your back, but it's not the truth. That's their appearance. Like if I look at this fox, I think, okay, cunning, but behind the scenes, this fox has a partner, has little fox babies every spring. It has a family, has a life, has a den, you know, so there's like a whole other side of you that I feel like people don't see. And Spirit is saying like somebody is going to see that side of you. So what your impression is to certain people isn't necessarily who you are. And it's not a bad thing. Maybe you don't want them to see you. Maybe you don't want everybody to know who you are. You only want one person to really know who you are. I have a kiss. This came into me as a first kiss. Okay. Passion, affection, or intimacy. So kissing, it could be a first kiss, but kissing has a lot of meaning, doesn't it? It's not just a kiss, it's how they're kissing you. You know, do they mean it? Is it passionate? Does it take your breath away? I'm going to say the first kiss takes your breath away. I wasn't expecting this person to kiss me, or maybe I wasn't expecting to wrap up my night with ending up kissing this person. But it takes your breath away. And there's a part of you that says, you know, like, wow, okay. Can we tell that there's going to be something with a kiss? I would say yes. I would say if somebody kisses you a certain way, there's a part of you that says, this is my person. There's a part of you that says that. I have thorns, pain, protection, and lessons in love. So you have learned. You know the difference. It was very much a feeling of the difference between right and wrong. The person who is kissing you for the right reasons, the person who's trying to just seduce you and kiss you just to seduce you. So you know the difference is how that's coming into me. And I have a new doorway opening up. How nice. I am welcoming love with this new doorway. I love this. So I mean, it sounds so cliche, doesn't it? You know, new doors open, but sometimes that's all we're waiting for. You know, that I just need that new door to open. I just need that love to come through the door. I just need my energy to shift. So is that spirit's way of saying, hey, that door is ready to open. And for those of you that are waiting patiently, Spirit, please share with me. I have a Page of Pentacles. I have a Four of Cups. I have a Devil. I'm going to put that with the lessons. I'm going to put that with the lessons because there's a part of me that says, oh boy, you know, oh boy, have I learned my lesson. I have an Emperor. I feel like this Emperor has been waiting patiently for the right one. That they could be the one that comes across as they're not open for a relationship, or they're too picky, or that nobody's ever good enough for them. And maybe their family's saying you'll never have anybody because nobody's going to be ever perfect enough for you. And they're going to say it right back to them and say, you know what, then I'd rather be alone. I would rather not have that person, because if I'm going to put time and energy into somebody, if I'm going to give and give to somebody, it better be worth it. So there's this incredible sense of, I don't want to connect to somebody that is wrong for me. And I'm not going to go down that path. I'm not going to open the door to the person who needs help, or has abuse issues, or has drug issues, or drinks too much, or has chaos in their life. I'm just not going to open that door. So I'm going to say this Emperor knows what they want. I am. I'm going to say they know what they want. And I have a Ten of Cups. They want it all. You know, I've been waiting for the person. Maybe that's why when they kiss you, you can feel it. I'm waiting for the person to come along in my life that I can have everything with. Because if I'm not going to be happy with you, one of the most important decisions of your life is picking your partner. Okay, certainly somebody that you would spend the rest of your life with. It is the most important decision of your life. So, because it changes your life. It either makes your life amazing and you enjoy love and happiness, or it can be really destructive. And many of you know that the wrong person can be really not good for you. But this is telling me that I've been waiting for you. And it's telling me that not only did I wait for you, but I waited for the right one, because they feel like they deserve to be happy as well. It's not just you. They don't want to be in a relationship that they're not happy with. They want to be in love also. I have a Nine of Wands. I have a Queen of Wands. I have a Star. Little bit of I was afraid I would never find you. I always hoped that I would, but I never gave up hope that I would find the person that really was amazing. And they see you that way. You either blow them away, you're the shining star, and there's something about you that's so special. So I feel like they are not going to let you go, Spirit just said. I am going to, I'm going to make you fall in love with me, although I think you're going to fall in love with them after that first kiss. But it is a feeling of, I just knew I was always going to find the right one. I just knew I was always going to find somebody like you, and even better, like you're better than what I thought. You're better. It's after an ending that this person is coming into somebody's life. So we definitely have some closure, and it's after some healing, and it's after some moving on. So that's okay. That's good. It means that, you know, I had that time, that space to heal. I had that time alone, which would be good. But, you know, this person will share with you, I've been single. I've been single for a period of time. I didn't want to be in a relationship with just anybody, is probably what they're going to say. It had to be somebody special. Otherwise, I'm going to work on my career. I'm going to work on myself. I'm just going to be by myself. I'm going to be happy by myself. So I don't feel like this person was in a rush to be desperate to be in a relationship. I feel like this person's been waiting for the right one, and you're the right one, you know, finally. It's like, finally, the right one comes along. So that is good. That feels good to me. I have the courage of authenticity. Be true to yourself. Express your thoughts and feelings honestly. Authenticity fosters self-respect and genuine relationships. I can be myself. I can be my authentic self in this connection. That is usually a good sign to you that you can act exactly how you would act at home. You can be at home with this person. You can say and do. You can, you know, for women, you can wear makeup, have no makeup, wear sweatpants, have no sweatpants. You know, it's kind of like whatever. This is who I am, and you're not putting on a show for anybody. You're not hiding anything. You have to be able to be that way. You can't live your life any other way. The joy of shared experiences. There's all kinds of maps. Creating memories together, engaging in activities you both enjoy, and trying new things together. Shared experiences. That looks like I have a lot ahead of me. And it's almost a feeling of I want to save all these things. So the person who saves ticket stubs, the person who takes pictures when we go places, the person who says, you know, I don't know, it used to be like matchbooks. I don't think they do matches anymore, but it used to be I save matchbooks from, you know, restaurants, but I save things that have meaning to us. When we travel, I save things when we go somewhere. Maybe we buy something in a gift shop, when we're walking around, and there are memories, and we're making new memories, and that feels really nice. So, but there are memories, and we're going to savor them, and we're going to enjoy them. So I feel like that's important to both of you. I have the beauty of solitude. Find peace in solitude. Spend time alone to reflect and recharge. Solitude nurtures self-awareness and creativity. So that came into me more along the lines of, I still like my time alone. And there's nothing wrong with that, especially for people who have been single for a long time. It's really, really hard to go from being single and kind of doing your own thing at your own pace, at your own schedule, and doing whatever you want, to being with somebody and kind of saying, hey, what do you want to do? And the two of you have to get ready at the same time and get in the car and go somewhere, and you're waiting for somebody. But that solitude is important, more important to divine masculine. Divine masculine needs that solitude to regenerate. They need that time alone to heal and rest their mind. And then they come back and they want more time with you. So if your person says, I need some space, I like my alone time, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You probably like your alone time. They like their alone time. So I would say, you know what, there's time for both. Spirit just said that we can do things together and we can do things alone. The beauty of romance. Keep romance alive. Plan special dates. Surprise your partner with thoughts, gestures. Romance adds excitement and joy to your relationship. I like the bottom of the sea energy. It's how deep is the sea is I love you. You know, it's, what is that saying? It's like, I love you as deep as the sea. I mean, we don't even know how deep is the sea. Something about deep as the sea. So I love you. But I also got a sense of doing kind of fun things, scuba diving, going on a boat that has like a bottomless glass so you can see the fish underneath you. Like, I just feel like we're doing kind of things connected to, they're saying riverboat also. So maybe we go on a riverboat cruise, or we go on boats, you know, like there's a feeling of water and boats right now for me. So maybe that's connecting to some of you, that We have a boat. We go on a boat. We're booking a cruise. We're booking a river cruise. So there's a feeling of something like that. But my love for you is deep as the sea. And it's this incredible sense of how deep can this get? And I think it's going to get deeper and deeper and deeper. And you start to panic thinking, well, how in love can I possibly be with you? And you can be pretty in love with somebody. You know, ask any parent how much they're in love with their children. You know, we have the ability to love as human beings very, very deeply. Let's see what sign this person may be. Maybe we'll start to get some clues. Spirit, what sign do we have today? I have a Cancer. I have a Capricorn. I have an Aquarius. I have a Pisces, and I have a Taurus. So those are a handful of signs. Spirit, can I have some, let's do some letters. First initials, last initials. Maybe you'll spell your person's name for some of you that are in a relationship or you happen to be thinking about somebody right now. First initials, last initials. I got some jumpers back here. Let's get those. I have the letter X, I, letter G. I have a Q. I have a Y, L, then M, E, M, I, U, C, D, K, Q, M, I. Let's do two more. The letter O, and I have another K. So those are a handful of letters that may connect to you and your person. Spirit, can I have some characteristics, anything about their personality that will stand out, or what will I love about this person? What might they love about me? Let's see. I have their musical. Okay, they could be connected to the music industry. They could be a high school band teacher. They could teach drum lessons. They could be a singer. So maybe they are very musical. I have very empathic. I connect to this person. I feel what you feel. They pick up on other people's energies very easily. I have very passionate. There's that passionate kiss. I'm going to say a passionate kiss. I want a passionate kiss, Spirit. That's fun stuff. I'm grateful. I'm filled with gratitude. I'm grateful for my family's health. I'm grateful for my home. I'm grateful for the work that I have. You know, so somebody who appreciates what they have. I'm balanced. I'll take balanced. I like somebody who's balanced, somebody who can handle life and doesn't feel like they're going off the edge with every little thing that's happening. I'm fit. I like to work out. Maybe I'll meet you at the gym. We'll work out together. I'm very hopeful for how I'm feeling, where this is headed. I can't wait to see where we go. I'm filled with abundance. Abundance is flowing into us because we're hardworking. I'm observant. I observe everything about you. I notice every little detail. Part of me feels like it's almost a Virgo energy where they don't miss a beat and everything's like in its place. And if something changes, they immediately take notice of it and say something. So there's a little bit of that going on. I'm in love with you. I'm going to be in love with you. So I want that energy, Spirit. And I'm playful. Let's have a good time. I want to make you laugh. I want to be your best friend. My inner child is saying, I just met my best friend and I'm happy. I'm joyful. I'm friendly. I'm friendly to others. I am social, they're saying. So a little bit of a social butterfly coming in. I talk to a lot of people. I have a lot of friends. I like to surround myself with lots of people. I'm very magnetic. I have a magnetic personality. So not only are you attracted to me, but other people are attracted to me, not in a romantic way, but maybe my personality. I tell a great story. I'm interesting to listen to. I have great conversations. I'm very attentive to what other people are saying. So there could be this gorgeous sense of magnetism in this person's energy. So you may pick up on that. Spirit, tell me more about this connection. What is it that you want me to know? I have family. I'm very close to my family. Okay, so I want to have a family. We could have a combined family, but family comes first, definitely is coming in. I have gossip. I don't know if I can handle gossip. I feel that they're not interested in small talk. I feel like what they have to say, if they're this magnetic, they're not going to be interested in kind of like talking behind people's backs or petty stuff. They're just going to say like, you know what, I don't have time for this. And they're just going to move on. So they're not going to be interested in somebody who's like, you know, behind the scenes all the time. I just think their personality is too strong. I just don't think they're going to listen to it. They can't be bothered with it. I have communication. I have lots of communication, talking to you. I feel like I'm very open. Also, I want to say like I'm an open communicator, meaning that I ask me anything, or there's nothing that you can't say to me, or you can reach out to me anytime. You know, like they're very available. Don't feel bad if you want to talk, you know, just call. I'm here, you know, so there's no like, you can't call after a certain time, or you can't call me, you know, at these times because, you know, something like that. If you need to talk to me, you know, call me. I'm available. You're my person. So I do feel like it's very, the availability, I guess, is there. I have a busy career. Okay. I'm successful. Briefcase. Not so much a briefcase, but carries probably a laptop with them. Might carry a tablet all the time, laptop case, something like that. I have work, professional work, workplace. Maybe we both are busy career people and we have a lot on our plate, but we try to make special time for each other, they're saying. I have fair male, okay, lighter than darker. I have a brunette female, darker hair. Okay, very focused. I like the dark eyes. I have, there's my passion. I love this. I love this. I want to hold you in my arms. I want to kiss you passionately. I can't wait to kiss you passionately. And I want to have a good time. Can I take you out tonight? Let's go dancing. You know, let's not necessarily, not a lot of places to go dancing, but let's go out. Let's have a drink. Let's just get out of the house. You know, let's go do something. So somebody who doesn't want to just sit around and you know, sit in a barca lounger and do nothing. You know, so somebody who wants to get out and have a good time. That feels good. I have trauma. I have some trauma in my past. Okay, it could be on your side or their side. I feel like we start to get vulnerable. I feel like it could be, you know, somebody passed away at an early age, or somebody had an illness and maybe you share that, or, you know, even really serious things that, you know, involved family members, you know, things that were sexual abuse or alcoholic parents or narcissistic parents, you know, so maybe it's something that's you're very vulnerable about, but you feel like you need to discuss it with your person. Your person has to know that about you. They have to know, you know, where you're coming from. I have mummy issues. That came into me more as my mother's demanding, okay, that I could have a mother on one side or the other. That I just want to let you know, my mother's very demanding. My mother has high expectations. My mother wants a lot of communication. And there's families that do have that. So maybe some of you are getting into, hey, I just want to give you a heads up. I have a very demanding mother, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's just her way. We love her, but might be demanding. I'm sexually compatible. Absolutely. Look at those big, beautiful lips. I can't wait to kiss your lips. I'm going to kiss your lips passionately, and I'm going to make your head spin. How's that? I'm going to make your head spin. And it's all about you. I want to make you happy. Look at that big, beautiful, happy face. You know, how about the person who puts you first? You know, and they come out and they say that. They say, I'm gonna put you first. You know, I'm gonna make you a priority. They're saying in my life, I'm gonna make sure that you feel like you are important to me. I don't ever want you to feel like you're not. Spirit, please share with me. I have we're destined or we're meant to be. I love that. We're growing. This is going to grow. This love is going to grow. It's going to be a steady progress. We are going to grow slowly over time. We're going to water this. We're going to plant the seeds. We're going to watch it grow. So that really feels encouraging to me because it tells me that this person's willing to invest time and energy into this connection. And over time, it can only get better. We're nurturing. I'm fulfilling these needs. I love the kittens. Maybe we will have a kitten together. Maybe we will take care of animals together. I love your caring, giving energy, whether your relationship to children, your relationship to young family members, nieces and nephews, something like that, or your pet. I love to see you interacting with your pet. I know that you're a loving person and a caring person just based on how you are taking care of your animals. I have idealistic, seeking perfection. I feel like there's somebody who is being accused of you're too picky and you have to start dating people, you know, just for the sake of dating. And this person's fighting back and kicking back saying, I'm not going to just date anybody. I'm going to wait for the right one. And that's what this reading's all about. It's the right one comes along and it's like, finally, there's a sense of finally the right one. But I think that somebody is being almost accused of, you know, you're not putting in the effort or you're not even trying. And that person saying, trust me, I know what I'm looking for. And when I find it, I'll let you know, something like that. A mismatch. I don't want to mismatch. I don't want to be with somebody that is not going to work out. It's a waste of my time. So you've got somebody who is not willing to be in just any relationship. They are going to say no to casual. They're going to say no to F buddies and, you know, let's just be friends with benefits stuff. They're not interested in that. They're not. They're waiting for the right one to come along. It's much more important to them. I have a 3 of Wands. They're thinking about their own future as well. I have a Queen of Cups. I have a 2 of Swords. And I have a Judgment. Yeah, don't judge me. You know, like you get to pick, you know, it's always like, you got to pick who you want to be with, you know, the person who's like judging you and saying, you better find somebody or you're going to end up alone in life. You got to pick who you want to be with. Leave me alone. Like I'm going to pick who I want to be with. And somebody's standing their ground. They're thinking about their future. They're thinking about, I want to be in love with somebody. I want to be with the person who I care about. I want to be attracted to that person. I want to kiss them and I want to feel something. I want my head to pop off and I want my head to spin. So this person is adamant that it's got to be the perfect person. It's got to be the right one. And you're going to fit that. You're going to fit that mold. You're it. You're the right one. I have a 7 of Cups. There's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of different people, but there's only one you. I have a King of Swords. That came into me as a clear decision. Like I got my mind on you. I got my mind set. I'm not looking to be with somebody that I don't want to be with because I'm only going to break their heart. You know, like this person isn't a user. They're not going to start dating somebody and get somebody else's hopes up that they, you know, that there could be something here and then turn around and say, oh, you know, you're not really what I was looking for. They're just not that type of person. So they'd rather not be involved with anybody, to tell you the truth, until somebody comes along that that really turns their head and they take a look at it and they say, you know what, you're what I've been looking for. You are everything. You check all the boxes, even though I'm not a big check the boxes kind of person, but you check the boxes for them and vice versa. Otherwise you wouldn't be interested in them. Bottom of the deck. Thank you, Spirit. I have a Lover's card. Okay. I'll take a Lover's card at the bottom of the deck. And, this person is ready. It looks like she's ready to get this thing going. So that feels nice. Let's get some charms. Let's see what we have for charms today. I like the energy. I like the kind of, I know who I am, and I'm not going to settle for less than what I want. Okay, I think that's a pretty adulting thing to do. All right, so here are my beautiful charms today. And these are tiny, teeny ones in this bowl. So I'm just going to get a scoop and see. And I might have to use my, my little tweezers because they're little. These ones are always little for some reason. Okay. Let me see what I have. Okay. Okay, so the first thing that came into me was this beautiful palm tree, and it was definitely a feeling of a vacation. It was, I'm going on vacation with you. Let's go somewhere warm. Okay. Also like a wish feeling. I want to have a second home. I want to be a snowbird. I want to have a house in Florida, and I want to have a house somewhere else and spend half the year, you know, one place or the other. So that could be a dream that some of you want. I want to be a snowbird. I'm tired of the winters. I'm tired of being cold. So that might be something that you both are looking forward to, because I do have a leaf. So that's telling me the seasons. Right now I live somewhere where I go through all the seasons. So maybe I'm getting tired of the cold. You know, maybe I'm getting tired of being cold. I do have a cross. Okay, so I have Christian energy, but it's more of a, what do you believe in? It's like a conversation to me. It was, what do you believe in? And somebody may say, I'm spiritual, but I don't go to church every day. I don't read the Bible, and maybe I should. Nothing against people that do, but it's just not something I do. But I definitely believe there's a God. I believe in heaven, I think is their clue, that they believe that our souls travel when we pass. So that would be part of the conversation. So you know that they believe in an afterlife. So that would be some of their belief systems. So maybe you have the same beliefs, something like that. I have a moon. It looks like a moon with a wing and a crown, and like a crescent moon to me is how it's coming into me. I'm going to say over the moon. I'm going to say like I'm just, I'm flying on air. I'm over the moon for you. I mean, just kind of crazy love. You know, I'm just excited about this love. I'm really falling for you. That feels good. I have a cat. This looks like a little white cat. So again, that feeling of, I love how you interact with your animals. You're so nurturing. You're so loving. You're so affectionate. So somebody who loves small creatures, you know, some kind of creature, an animal, a dog, and all creatures, they're saying. So this could be a real animal lover. This could be like a real nature person. I love seeing wild animals. I love birds. I love anything in nature, is quite frankly, I'm feeling. I do have a lollipop, and that's coming into me as a sweet tooth, but it feels more like hard candy instead of a lollipop. It's more like I eat butterscotches or peppermints or bowls of, I don't know, it's just hard candy. It's like you grab one and like you suck on it like a mini lollipop, right? But I feel like this person always likes to have something a little sweet. And there's probably bowls of these things on their coffee tables. Could be bowls. There could be bags in their car. They might have some of these things in their car when they're driving. They think that they're doing themselves a favor because it's not a lot of calories. Maybe they're sugar-free, but it's a little something, like instead of like eating snacks in the car. So I feel like it's a sweet tooth. It's a sweet tooth for sure, but it feels specific to maybe some kind of hard candy. I'm leaning towards butterscotch or root beer barrels, or I can't think of another one, but something specific that they just always eat, you know. So you got somebody with a sweet tooth. I have an Alice in Wonderland. You know, when Alice falls down the hole, it came into me as like this I'm falling for you feeling. And I fell into this kind of magical world. I fell into another world that at times, maybe I feel like this feels surreal because it's a little too good to be true, or I finally met my right person. But definitely a feeling of I fell for you, and I feel like a whole new world has opened up. I will 100% say that. And then I have these beautiful pink lips. So I love your lips. You know, somebody who wears colorful lipstick, somebody who this passionate first kiss, somebody who I can't wait to kiss those lips, something like that. So they could compliment your lips. They could compliment your smile. Okay. They could be staring at your lips, something like that, staring into your eyes. I think they think you're beautiful. I think they think you're handsome. I mean, I feel like you're very physically attracted. I think you're very attracted to each other's looks. I think that's nice. So there is, look at the little cat. He's like, is that his tail? I thought he was like waving, but that's his little tail. So that looks nice. Okay. Let's see what some loving messages are. I think that it's a gorgeous connection. If it hasn't arrived yet, just remember it just isn't here yet. It's in the universe. It's in the work. This is the kind of energy Spirit wants to bring with you. So at the end of the reading, you can claim it. You can own it. We'll put it out into the universe and manifest it together. So it's just a reminder that you are worthy and deserving, of course, of this kind of love. So let's see what the loving messages are. I miss your laugh. Okay. How about somebody that you're thinking of that maybe you're not with for whatever reason? Maybe it's a little bittersweet, more of a loss, more of like I lost a spouse. I lost somebody years ago that I shouldn't have lost. So more of a loss. We are a match made in heaven. I love that. A match made in heaven. Gorgeous. I see the rest of my life with you. I do feel that. I absolutely feel that. I feel that this person is ready. I dream of you every night. No doubt in my mind, this person has fallen head over heels in love with you. Definitely a new door opening, right? Let's get ready to make some new memories, they had said. Let's see where this connection goes. But you finally found the right one, and they finally found you. And that's what this is all about. They're saying, bottom of my deck, everywhere I look, I'm reminded of you. So I feel like you're going to consume them, is how that came into me. I feel like you are going to be on their mind. They'll see your name everywhere they go. They'll see the car you drive. They'll drive by a restaurant that they know you like, or Dunkin' Donuts, and they'll think of you, something that you like. But it's a feeling of now that you're in my life, you're here to stay. I'm going to say it that way. Let's put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. How gorgeous. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, comment below, claim it, own it, it's yours. If anyone would like to book a private reading with me, check out my website at KathyMammelin, psychicmedium.com. Check out my other 2 YouTube channels here on YouTube, my Pick a Card channel and my Twin Flame Soulmate channel, and those have additional readings on them as well. I'll put the links in the description and in the comments. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed your reading, and we'll see you all again in a Singles Love Messages again real soon.